Hey, what's up, guys? This is King Ralph coming at you right here from Carlisle Truck Internationals down in Carlisle, PA. Listen, I come to so many truck shows, see so many badass rides, Kenworth, Peterbilts, Max, even some FLDs from the Little Blue, Mr. Rico. Everyone has its own character, but for the most part, everybody's got a long hood, right? Long hood, you want to look cool. That's where it's at. Long hood, chrome, lots of chrome, as much as you can, stretched wheelbase. But here comes another cat by the name of Ben, who owns this setup. You know, he's hauling a Ford Power Stroke, I believe, right? The little trailer. I thought he had a dolly, but he doesn't. But it's hooked up to a hitch to a roadway trailer. And I want to come along and show you what she's got in the front. Now, what is your take on it? What, you know, when I show you the truck, there she is, popping in the view right here, right? It's a Ford, obviously. It says in the front. I don't know what year. I really don't know much about this truck whatsoever, what have you. I assume it's an old roadwork truck. Maybe, I don't know. We're going to talk to the owner. But what is your take on this? I mean, you got to give him some credit for the nice polish work, you know, on the wheels. You got to give the man some credit. But totally different truck than what you're used to seeing at a truck show scene. Definitely different. But he's no stranger. He comes here in Pennsylvania, Connecticut, New Hampshire. He goes all up in the East Coast, and he's got some trucking pride. And Ford is his pride. Not my cup of tea. You know, I like them long hoods. I like them Peterbilts, 379, because that's what I got, right? But what do you think? Like, my biggest take from this is this guy by the name of Ben. I mean, he really takes pride in this. Whether you like it, dislike it, the shine is badass. And by the way, yes, it is Lumi products, and the tires up in the front, Lumi tire gloss. That's the name you're going to be hearing more and more often. But he's right now, that's the owner right there. We're going to talk to him later if we can spare some time and just catch his views and I don't know, find out more about this ride. Oh wow, oh yeah, there we go. It's got AC now.
It does have AC. The AC doesn't work currently.
Mr. Ben.
Yes, sir.
What is this?
This is a 1986 over. It's a C7000, which the 7000 indicates that it's weight rating versus and also engines type. The C series came in either the 100 series, which were the gas engines, and the 1000 series, which were diesel engines. So they came C600, 700, and 800, and then C7000, 8000, and 9000.
All right, for me, that's like, you know what? Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what he's talking about. I'm sorry, I don't, right?
Yep.
Well, my question is like, not so much about the truck, but about you. Why this?
So I knew where one of these trucks was when I was in high school, and I always kind of had a fascination for it, and I like the awkwardness of them. I like weird stuff, and this checks all the boxes.
That explains it. Okay, I understand.
I like to go against the grain, and this is about as far against the grain as you can go.
But why a Ford? Because like pickup Ford, this Ford, everything's Ford.
So
was this originally a roadway truck or no?
No, this was originally a Florida State Highway truck. It had a 16-foot flatbed on it, and it pulled the coats of road paint out to the line painting truck. My fascination with Ford started when I was in high school with the 2000 Cobra R, and
We got the AC going now.
Jumped up gradually into diesel pickups, and then now we've accelerated into Ford heavy trucks, which ceased to be produced in 97. 97 was the last year you could buy a Ford heavy truck. They sold off to Daimler Trucks, which is Freightliner and Western Star.
But still, like, why this? Because you could have went with anything. You could have went with a cab over, 1950s, 60s cab over, you know, rebuilt it, done whatever. For the most part, that's what people do at the truck show scene. That's what I see all the time. You went with something like this. By the way, I've been inside a truck like that. Not specifically this truck, but a top of a truck like that. I don't know if it was a Ford or International. But when I used to work for roadway security as a security guard at nights and go to school during the day, I actually sleep in the back. So this is day cab, but they had a sleeper where you could like lay down and take a nap. So
it was basic. The sleeper in these trucks, they basically, the side windows, they bubbled out so you could get the mandatory minimum width for a sleeper, and you basically were sleeping in a little coffin bubble, which you've done.
Which
no shame at all.
That's my experience with trucks like that. That's the only thing. I never drove them, never moved them, just slept in them.
You got to start somewhere.
But I got paid for it, so.
Well, even better.
Don't tell my employer back in 25, 30 years ago, but, you know.
But, so, this truck actually fell into my lap. The gentleman that had it, he reached out to me on Instagram because he saw the pickup that I built and he saw that I drove truck, and he shot his shot and asked me if I was interested, and I was presented the opportunity to buy it. The price was right, and outside of having to put a transmission in it, I have done all the work. I mean, I put the transmission in, I didn't calibrate it, but it's all mechanical. There is no computer at all.
I'll put my finger in here so I can...
There is no computer at all. It is
fully mechanical.
Fully mechanical. Motor's mechanical. It's all rod driven. Even to the modulator on the transmission, that's even rod. There's rods going to it from the throttle. So that's how it gets your throttle position, and pretty much it's a 3208 cat, which anyone who's driven a truck with a 3208 cat will tell you the same thing, which is you have to drive it like you stole it.
What is this?
So this
I know what this is.
This
but
is
like...
this is your gear shift for the automatic, but then this is your push-pull switch for the 2-speed rear. So the high side of the 2-speed rear in this truck is 567 gear ratio. The low side is 760. In other words, the low side, you go the speed of smell, which I don't really use the low side. I have plenty of power with just the high side, which saying I have plenty of power is kind of a joke because it's only 175 horsepower and the motor is not even turbocharged. So this is kind of like stepping back in time driving this.
So what's the top rated speed? What's the fastest you've driven this one?
58.
58. Now, what about like right now? You got doubles on, so you got.
I can consistently run between 50 and 55.
Okay, so that's not that bad. Does it shake? Does it make a lot of noise? Is it comfortable?
So I run this truck to shows, bobtailed quite a bit. I'm gradually pulling trailers more. Usually I don't pull doubles. I usually pull the bumper pull with my pickup on, and this truck is night and day different, bobtail versus loaded. I crossed the cat scale on the way here to Carlisle because I was curious what the weight balance was and to see how it compared on the truck to how it was bobtail. And it is significantly better with the trailer on, with the trailers behind it.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I drive truck. I run flatbed.
Now, you don't drive this one?
No, I don't drive
this. That's only
one.
a truck show, fun, toy, whatever.
This is essentially a toy. I run an 08 389 Peterbilt, 280-inch wheelbase, 63-inch flat top with a 6NZ kitty and an 18-speed, and it is indigo blue and cream white Seminole paint scheme.
Totally different from this one.
It is completely the opposite end of the spectrum of this. I love driving that truck. It is, like Peterbilt says, class pace. The truck is class. It's got 1.3 million on it, but it's still classy.
All right, Ben. Nice talking to you.
You too.
Let's head out. Not with this one out. No. I'm gonna head out. We're about to leave and go home. Like I said, everything is Ford.
I am Ford 100% through and through. At the Ford Nationals here in Carlisle
in Michigan
this year. Yep. We even had Bibendum, and I actually was honored to get a Celebrity Choice Award from someone from Ford Performance, which is, in my experience, it's about the highest honor I can get. I have some irons in the fire to try to actually work with Ford to use both these trucks as a motivational tool for their employees, which which hopefully we can make that happen. But this is, I try to use these as a teaching tool as much as possible and share the legacy of trucking and the old school way that things were done, and make people realize that these plastic trucks going down the road didn't just magically appear. It started with all steel and iron, and that's why everyone refers to these as old iron.
I mean, we talking about even the dash.
Yep, everything is metal. This is like sitting in a time machine, basically.
All right, guys.